Well, good morning. It's a fresh new day out here, fresh new haircut. I hope you noticed. Just finished dropping off Cole at the place that he is volunteering at early this morning. Local farm here in Paris, Ontario called Clovercroft Farms. We'll put the link in the description below. They do a lot of local growing and they do vegetable shares that you can contribute to and then pick up vegetables every week. So check them out if you're interested in doing some local shopping at a local farm here in Paris. Today should be a few hours, maybe a couple hours. We're just doing the fascia and then going to show the client how to put in the pickets in the railing. They're going to do that. It's not a very difficult job and everything's pretty much lined up for him to go. Fascia is always a little tricky when you're dealing with composite because unlike wood, you don't really have anything you can sand to kind of make it fit. So when you cut it, it kind of fits the way it does. You can trim it up and stuff, but the edges are finished. So we're going to try and do some 45s in the corners and see how that goes. So far everything is coming together really nicely with the composite, so I'm hoping the pattern will continue today and things will finish up nice. Not sure how much of the process I'll be able to film today with the client working there, but I'll try and give you as much of an insight into what we're doing today as possible. Tag along for the ride anyways, and we'll see how it goes. Could be a short one. So the fascia is going to run along here all the way down to the end of the deck and across this side. So we're going to actually start with this piece here, bring it out, but we want to get this piece in place so we can kind of play with the 45. So we're going to cut this piece right here on a 45, this piece, and then we cut this one on a 45 and we can play with the straight edge down at that end, kind of make it so it fits nice. Instead of butt joining this, I did a 45 over a 45. You get a little bit nicer of a finish. When you're looking at it from this direction, you don't really notice the cut as much. The butt joints don't always line up as well. So we're gonna do that the same with the fascia. And I think we want this one to come in and overlap the far one, because most of the time this is the direction it's gonna be seen from. People are gonna walk down this way and you'll see the edge. It just makes a nicer finish. So we're gonna set up the saw, set up to 45 and trim some of these. So we have this first piece measured out, we're going to chop it off. It's already cut to a 45 at that end. So one thing you gotta worry about when you're dealing with composite is it's way more flexible than wood. You can see here how it's bending right down. So you always got to support it when you're cutting it on the saw so your cuts are nice and 90 degrees. So that's what the finished product will kind of look like. And as I put it up there, I'm remembering now that the client wanted these cut off on a nice 45. Get rid of this point here, clean up the look a little bit. Gone as far as we could with the small skill saw here, so we're gonna have to finish it off with the reciprocating saw, which hopefully will do a decent cut job. Here's what that 45-degree angle looks like, and it's always an interesting case when you're dealing with wood and composite, because composite stays much truer than wood, and you can see what's happening here. I would say for Trex, that is a pretty solid joint. So I give that a thumbs up. I was able to stick around and give the owner a hand with the railing, and this is the finished product. So it looks pretty sweet, if you ask me. Trex Fascia really finishes it off. And check this little detail out. One thing about doing a job right is doing the fine details. And we had some Trex left over, so we trimmed out the last 3 steps on this side. And so from the bush, you can tell it still looks nice and neat and clean. So there you are, the finished deck product. Now we still have one spindle. We're gonna see if we can buy an individual one. We're over here in the stair railing. We were one short, so we didn't want to buy too much extra stuff. Very pleased with the final product.